G'day, welcome down to the Pioneer Cemetery. My name's Hayden and behind the camera is Samantha. Together we're Silver Trails History and Haunting. I haven't done a video for a while, so I'm just going to do one on public safety here today because it's the start of winter and we've obviously stopped our tours for now. But if anybody's keen to do a tour, they can still contact us. We'll do our best to arrange a tour for you, but there are times that we can't do that sort of stuff. So give us a bell and we'll see what we can do. So when we do our tours, at the beginning, we do like a safety speech, just so people are aware of how old and sort of run down this place is. We talk about stumps coming out of the ground, rocks all over the place, dips and hollows, and we also talk about wildlife. So I'm just going to touch on some of the wildlife and stuff like that. So if we go along here to Nellie's grave, we'll have a look at hers for our first sort of safety brief. Now, like I said, this is winter. And a lot of these things have gone down deep and they're hibernating now. But take my word for it, I've brush cut around here and there is a huge bull ant's nest underneath there, and they're very aggressive. They come out and try and get you all the time. And as far as hollows and stuff go, this one's just popped up out of nowhere as well. So you could be stepping in there, hurting yourself. So the rest of our safety stuff is right down the back of the cemetery, so we'll just take a break and I'll meet you back down the bottom. We're back. We're standing in the Methodist area now. We're looking back over to Mount Dundas and the Church of England side. So during summer we've got a visitor, well not a visitor, we've got a resident down here that's seen quite regularly. So I'll just show you where they camp. So quite regularly on top of this grave here, we have a 5-foot tiger snake popping its head up all the time, sunning itself, and every time it gets spooked, it comes over and hides underneath this headstone. Now this headstone's Eliza Johnson Hook, so I've called the snake Johnson after Eliza. So be careful when you're walking around. If there's any long grass or anything like that, we do have quite a few snakes and that down here. This is all a safety video for when we're not down here. So people are quite welcome to come down here and go through here all the time. When we do our tours, we will guide you through all this sort of stuff, so nothing should happen on our tours. So it's quite safe for our tours. Okay, well, I'll just move over to this next grave. I just have to go over here and get a prop. So I use this to put graves back together, move headstones around. This is going to be a demonstration, and I do not mean any disrespect by what I'm about to do. This is totally safety. So one of my last videos down here, I was cleaning this area. I was on top of this grave and I was pulling weeds out of it. The next week, this hole opened up in it. So I was lucky. But have a look at this. This grave is 110 years old and it is still subsiding. So if you step on it, oh, didn't do it this time. Look at that. You could disappear down to your knee. I know if that's happened to me, I'd probably pop my heart vessel. Okay, now we'll go up over the ridge for a different kind of hazard. Okay, instead of looking down, we're looking up this time. We've had a big tree down here. Last windstorm, it dropped a branch out of it. I'll show you what happened down here. So if we have a look at the tree, that big limb that's actually snapped off, come down in a windstorm and it fell over this way. It hit this grave and snapped the headstone clean off. So it's not too much damage. We'll be able to put that back together again. But we surveyed the tree, and as you can see, the whole guts of it was rotten. And the rot went all the way up through the tree, through all the limbs, so everything is rotted out. And it's full of ants. So we've got an expert down here, and this tree is no more. I deliberately haven't cleaned it up because I wanted to show you guys what could happen if you're not looking up. So be careful of the trees and that around here. And our last little one down here. So this is another ant story. This is Jack Jumpers. It's right next to Samantha's favourite grave. There are 4 children in this grave and none of them reach 10 years old. But if you see any sort of stuff like this, this is a Jack Jumper's nest, and they'll kind of pile gravel up. As I said before, this is a winter video, so they've probably gone underground to try and keep themselves warm.
Oh, they're still there. I can see them.
Can you?
Yeah, they're out and about jumping around. Yep.
Good. So be as you're walking around, make sure you if you're going to stop or put your feet somewhere, have a look down, just make sure you're safe. So thanks for coming down and watching this video. We will starting tours up again probably the end of September, weather depending, so keep an eye out for all our videos. We'll start advertising about then. So thank you for coming down, and come if you dare.